Ever wondered why some individuals seem to overlook consequences and act on impulse? Today, we're diving into a fascinating topic: narcissistic behavior. Narcissism, in essence, refers to an inflated sense of self-importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, and a lack of empathy for others. But it's not black and white. It's a spectrum of behaviors, ranging from harmless self-love to severe personality disorders. While we all have a pinch of narcissism in us, some individuals display it more prominently, impacting their interpersonal relationships. These individuals can be charming and charismatic one moment, then dismissive and self-centered the next. Their unpredictable behavior can leave those around them feeling confused, invalidated, or even manipulated. But why do they act this way? What drives them to overlook the feelings and needs of others? It's a web of psychological complexities. Narcissism is a complex behavior that can have profound effects on relationships. But what drives this impulsive behavior? At the heart of it, a lack of empathy. This deficiency in understanding and sharing the feelings of others can lead to a blatant disregard for consequences. It's as if a crucial emotional circuit is missing in the narcissistic mind, creating a disconnect that allows them to pursue their desires without fully considering the impact on others. Now, let's add in grandiosity and entitlement. These individuals often possess an inflated sense of self-importance, believing they are superior and hence deserving of special treatment. This grandiose self-image, coupled with entitlement, can fuel impulsive actions. They may act without forethought, convinced their exceptional status will shield them from any fallout. It's a complex cocktail of emotional insensitivity and self-aggrandizement. These traits intertwine, reinforcing a mindset that dismisses the potential for negative outcomes. These traits can result in a belief of immunity from consequences. Emotional regulation and the need for validation play key roles in this behavior. Narcissistic individuals often grapple with managing their emotions effectively. This struggle can lead to impulsive decisions, driven more by emotional highs and lows than by rational consideration of potential consequences. In the heat of the moment, the pursuit of immediate satisfaction can eclipse the foresight of long-term implications. Now let's talk about the role of external validation. It's like a drug for the narcissistic mind. The admiration and approval of others can become an overriding force, often clouding judgment and leading to a disregard for the potential fallout of impulsive actions. This quest for validation can create a cycle where the narcissistic individual continually seeks out sources of admiration, further feeding into their grandiose self-perception. It's important to understand that this need for external validation often reinforces these narcissistic behaviors. Recognizing patterns is crucial for those dealing with narcissistic individuals. It's about understanding the cycle, the repetitive tendencies that narcissistic behavior often follows. These may include a pattern of grandiose gestures followed by emotional withdrawal, or a constant need for admiration coupled with a lack of empathy. Another common trait is a tendency to deflect blame and not take responsibility for actions, often making others feel guilty for their own mistakes. Paying attention to these patterns can provide valuable insights and help you anticipate future behavior. Most importantly, it's essential to trust your instincts. If something doesn't feel right, it probably isn't. Remember, it's not about understanding their behavior completely, but recognizing when it's causing harm to you. And here's the empowering part. You have the right to set boundaries. You can choose not to engage with harmful behavior, to protect your emotional well-being. Trust your instincts and don't be afraid to set boundaries. But how can you deal with narcissistic behavior? First and foremost, it's vital to understand that you cannot change someone else's behavior, only your own. So if you find yourself dealing with narcissistic behavior, consider adopting some practical coping strategies. One effective approach is to set firm boundaries. Decide what you will and will not tolerate and be clear about these boundaries. Remember, it's okay to say no and to protect your emotional space. Another useful tool is to focus on self-care. This means taking time out for yourself, doing things that you enjoy, and ensuring your physical, emotional, and mental well-being. It's also important to seek support. This can be from friends, family, or professionals. You're not alone, and there are people who can help you navigate these challenging situations. Above all, remember to maintain a sense of perspective. Narcissistic behavior is a reflection of the individual's issues, not a reflection of your worth. Remember, it's essential to prioritize self-care and seek support when needed.